What's going on, guys? Dev04066 here, and today we'll be looking through the new balance changes for the Clash Royale 21st June update that is not here yet, but they are coming very soon. In fact, it's in a couple of days, and we are going to be looking at the developer notes. I'm on BlueStacks now, and I'll be covering through all of the updates, giving my thoughts on them, and some other things that I feel that should have been changed. Okay. So first off, the Hawk Rider damage decreased by 6%. About time they did that, but I'm not sure if that nerf was actually big. This nerf will actually be big enough. The Hawk Rider has been extremely common now. Is extremely common now. One of the top two most used cards right now. The second being the Royal Giant, but Hawk Rider definitely needs a nerf. Very strong right now, and I think the way to nerf it is not to nerf the damage. I think what they should do is nerf the speed, but of course a damage nerf is just as nice. The hit points are just in the right place, I suppose. Damage nerf, so yeah, okay, I'm acceptable for that. Definitely would like to see other cards other than the Hawk Rider. Prince. Damage increased by 9%. Now I feel that they do not actually need to buff the Prince. The Prince is already an extremely strong card, especially at lower levels, and buffing even further will only further reinforce that. I know that it's one of the strongest cards at lower levels, but once you get higher up, it's no longer a good card to use nowadays. I mean, with the death of P.E.K.K.A Double Prince and the rise of Royal Giant Hawk Rider, perhaps this could bring back P.E.K.K.A Double Prince, but we don't know yet. The 9% increase in damage, I mean, the Prince already does quite high damage, I think. So it's definitely going to be overpowered at the lower arenas, but I suppose they are focusing more on the upper arenas, which is where I'm at, so I'm not really complaining. My Prince is level 3, but I'm okay with this as well. Okay, P.E.K.K.A damage increased by 8%, and this will allow her to kill a barbarian with each swing at tournament rules level. Okay, so the P.E.K.K.A is a rather well balanced card, quite tanky, deals a huge ton of damage, but the only downside is that she's very slow and is very easily distracted. So this buff to the P.E.K.K.A is very nice. Okay, though it'll definitely be much harder to counter the P.E.K.K.A now that she can actually one-shot the barbarians. Previously you can just use barbarians for an easy counter. Now maybe not so much. Right, on to the next one. Goblin Barrel, one of the most irritating cards to deal with in my opinion, especially if you don't have a zap or arrows in your deck, but most people usually carry at least one of those. But of course there are those arrow bait decks where they can bait out your arrows with Minion Horde or Princess, and the Goblin Barrel is I personally I do not like to deal with this card, and my Goblin Barrel is level 3. In fact, it's halfway reaching level 4. I don't really use it, but I can see that it's pretty useful, especially now with the minor. So I do not feel that they actually need to buff the Goblin Barrel. It's already quite well balanced as it is, and giving a faster deployment time will only make it sort of a bit overpowered in my opinion. Right, next one. X-Bow and Mortar. Okay, deploy time decreased to 4 seconds, and the X-Bow's hit points are increased by 18%. So I think they over nerfed the X-Bow and the Mortar previously, and in fact nobody is using them now because it's just so easy to counter with that super long deployment time and that low hit points. So yeah, definitely needs a buff. They've been over nerfed, so we might see irritating X-Bow and Mortars again, but personally I like this change even though I don't use both cards. And to be honest, even though they are irritating to deal with, you no longer see them now, and I'm sure that's not what the developers want, because the cards wouldn't be in there in the first place if they didn't want to see it, right? So next, Furnace lifetime increased to 50 seconds. So there are previous boosts on the Furnace, but they already boosted the Furnace and changed it up a bit. I wouldn't say it's a boost. previous round is more of a balance change, I would say, and now they decided to buff it its lifetime by 10 seconds, which lets it spawn an extra wave of fire spirits. In my opinion, it's still not a very useful card. I mean, uh, perhaps that's why you don't really see people using it. So yeah, definitely needs a boost, but I'm not sure if this will get people to use the furnace more. Okay, guards. Remove pushback effect when their shields break. Really nice buff to the guards. I like this change. Personally, I feel that the guards are sort of underpowered. They are not really that strong for an epic card, so they could definitely use a buff, and this remove pushback effect will help them out definitely. Now the witch, damage increased by 17%. Wow, the witch has been receiving quite a lot of buffs. I mean, the skeletons got buffed, the witch got buffed, and now it's getting buffed again with an damage increase of a whopping 17%. Now this means that during tournaments, she will be able to kill minions in 3 hits instead of 4. Um, the witch, definitely a strong card at lower levels, but up in the higher arena, she gets easily countered by barbarians or fireball. So the witch could use a buff, I would say, but they should be careful not to over buff her, because I think she's pretty strong already right currently, but it's just that it's not really used that often in the higher arenas. Yeah. Lava Hound damage increased by 28%. Now this only applies to the Hound and not the pups. Personally, I feel that the Lava Hound is actually a pretty strong card, even though people find that it's kind of weak. If you just send in the Lava Hound alone, obviously you don't have to care about the Lava Hound and just let the tower take it out, because it really won't do that much damage. I mean, its damage is quite pathetic, to be honest. And but come on, nobody sends in a Lava Hound alone. They usually send it in with a baby dragon or a balloon in most cases, or even minions. And in my opinion, air decks are really hard to counter, perhaps because I'm running a Royal Giant deck or sometimes a Hawk deck, and this is the deck that most people are running right now. They don't really have much air defense in the deck, and unless you got an Inferno Tower, which many people would obviously have a cannon instead of an Inferno Tower because of the popularity of Royal Giant and Hawks. Lava Hound balloons aren't easily countered, and a single Musketeer ain't going to do much unless you can make her target the balloon instead of the Lava Hound. So I feel that the Lava Hound doesn't really need a buff. It's quite good as it is, but perhaps they are just trying to encourage more use of it. I'm always losing to any deck with the Lava Loons, running the Lava Loons, so I don't really like this buff, to be honest, and I don't really have a Lava Hound, though I would like one, because my balloon is only 1 card away from being level 4, so yeah. Okay, next, skeletons. Spawns 3 instead of 4. And the reason for this is they offer too much distraction and damage value for 1 elixir. Personally, I feel that the skeleton is a pretty useless card. I mean, all along I've never used it, but quite recently, after watching quite a bit of Orange Juice, I find that the skeleton is actually pretty useful, and it's pretty well balanced in my opinion. Skeletons alone, they won't do anything. I mean, they'll just get one-shotted by any arena tower, and yeah, but they are used as distraction most of the time, or to support or pick push with the Hawk Rider. But yeah, I didn't find this nerf to the skeletons actually necessary. They are good where they are, and they are a hard counter to the minor, which I'll go into more detail later. So I don't think that the skeletons actually need a nerf. Next, cannon hit points decreased by 8%, Tesla hit points increased by 8%. Reason for this is they want to see cannon and Tesla as being interchangeable options, but the Tesla is 1 elixir more, so it will make more sense to buff up the Tesla and make it stronger than the cannon. However, the cannon has already received plenty of nerfs, and nerfing the hit points further will only make it harder to counter Royal Giant and Hawk Rider. I know Hawk Rider will be receiving a nerf in this update, so that's fine, but the Royal Giant, they did not nerf, so decreasing the hit points of the cannon, I'm not so sure about that. I don't really like that, but perhaps I'll be switching out the cannon for the Tesla very soon, and I'm sure a lot of players will be doing the same. So yeah, now I'll cover some cards that they did not actually cover in the update, and I'll give you my thoughts on them. Okay, so start with those in my deck. Um, the hearts, the palm, everything. The spells are fine. Yeah, I find that they need to nerf the Royal Giant more because it's still pretty strong, and having nerfed the cannon, which is a hard counter to the Royal Giant, and not giving any nerf to the Royal Giant. They nerfed the Hawk Rider, but they did not nerf the Royal Giant. So yeah, Royal Giant is definitely going to be even more OP now. So really hope they'll consider nerfing the Royal Giant. What I would suggest is perhaps lowering its damage a bit more, or its hit points a bit more, so that it's not that strong. Um, Knight, Archers, the two cards that I never really use at all. You can see that they aren't even upgraded, but they are pretty well balanced. Just that I don't really like to use them. I know many players also don't really like to use them. Okay, Bomber is fine where he is. Giant is okay. Mini P.E.K.K.A. Um, Skeleton Army. Skeleton Army definitely needs a buff. Not sure why they did not do anything about this. Skeleton Army pretty useless at higher up levels due to the sheer amount of splash damage. So hope they can do something about Skeleton Army. Perhaps give it a buff. And see, I think spell okay. Bomb Tower still very strong at lower arena, so I feel that they should nerf the hit points more to make it not so overpowered at lower arenas. And Giant Skeleton don't really see it that much nowadays, but I think it could use a buff. Perhaps give it just a little bit of a damage boost to help it with killing off some of the smaller units. So yeah, Rage spell, Rage is okay, but paired with 3 Musketeers can be really deadly if you don't have a counter for them. And let's see what else do we have. Yeah, the rest is pretty much okay, I suppose. Yeah, the other cards are fine where they are, and for the legendaries that I do not have, I feel that they should nerf the Princess. Perhaps give it a little bit of a reduced area damage, because its area damage is really quite huge. The minor definitely needs a nerf. Feel that they should just nerf the hit points of the minor so that it's not so tanky. It's very hard to counter a minor for a positive elixir trait. The only cards that I can think of are perhaps Spear Goblins, and Skeletons, but still the minor is a very hard card to counter for a positive elixir trait, so I think they should definitely nerf that. Oh, and the most irritating card in my opinion, the Sparky, definitely needs a nerf. The hit points, the damage and area range, I feel that it's justifiable. Perhaps they could nerf the area AoE effect of Sparky so that it doesn't hit that many units, but again, that's where the card really shines out as a legendary, so yeah. And I feel that they could nerf the Sparky by giving it a little less hit points so that it's not that strong in my opinion. People are saying it's very easy to counter the Sparky, but just one misplaced, just a little bit, just one tile misplacement can really cause you to screw up, and the Sparky will destroy everything in its path, especially when paired with a giant to tank. So yeah, I feel that they should nerf the Sparky as well. So yeah, that's all for my thoughts on this balance changes update. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Clash Royale video, and as always, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.